What is going on, guys? It's Bucky and welcome to your 5th Premiere Pro tutorial, and in this lesson I'm going to be talking to you about monitor panels. Now what a monitor panel is it's basically an area where you can preview your work. It's basically like a mini DVD player built right into Premiere Pro. For example, if you look in the top right, you can go ahead and play it if you hit this button, and then it turns into a stop button, or you can go ahead and step forward if you need to, fast forward, rewind. Basically like a DVD player, except this is a really fancy one. So you're saying, alright, at first glance these kind of look the same. This source monitor and program monitor, which is in the top middle and the top right, you can't really see a difference between them just by glancing over them, but there is a difference, and that's this. With the source monitor right here, and if you can't see it, just go ahead and double click one of your sources in your project panels and it'll pop up. The source monitor lets you preview a single file. So for example, if you have a bunch of different files in here and you wanted to look for one specific video clip, you can go ahead and double click each of these and they would pop up in the source. So you're saying, alright, is this the video clip I want? No, that's with Bucky. I'm looking for one with Lola closer to the camera, so let me double click this. Ah, that's the one I want. Or if you have a bunch of images that you want to find the one that fits your program, just go ahead and double click all those and be like, oh, so that's the thing. So it pretty much is like a preview of whatever file you're looking for. So the program monitor is a little bit different. The program monitor lets you preview your entire final project, pretty much lets you preview your entire movie after it's pieced together. So for example, if we go ahead and play this in the source monitor, it's only going to preview this raw file, this only one video clip. But in our timeline, after we piece together the title and this video clip and this video clip, and we go ahead and hit space, as you notice, this program is changing. That's our entire movie pieced together. So that's the difference between the source monitor and the program monitor. This one in the top middle lets you only preview a single file, and this one in the top right lets you preview your entire project. But that's not all there is to cover. I have all these dumb widgets and numbers and stuff that we have to go over, so let me go ahead and skip over these real quick. I guess I'll start with the program monitor since this is a little bit easier to understand. First of all, you have this number in yellow right here. This is the current time, where you are right now. So if you're saying, alright, I want to put a title in 10 seconds, you go ahead and scroll your current time indicator right here until this reached 10 seconds, and then you might want to move your title over accordingly. Like just like that or something. So this is pretty much the current time indicator. So you're saying, alright, what's this one right here? This is the total length of your movie. So pretty much this is where your current time indicator is, but this is the total length of the movie. So you're saying, alright, I want my movie to be 10 minutes long. Then what you need to do is scroll out and move your current time indicator to around 10 minutes, and then you would need to shorten all these clips to right there. So anyways, that is the difference between this first number and the last number. This is the current time and this is the final project length. And of course, that thing in the middle that says fit, this is the zoom level. If you want, whenever you resize your panels, for the video to just fit in nicely, then go ahead and leave that at fit. I do that 99% of the time. However, if for some reason you want to see it smaller, like 10%, or really big, like 200%, you can do that too. But usually, just leave it at fit, and then whenever you resize everything, it's going to go ahead and fit nicely. So aside from that, we now have all this crap. All these little things that say mark in, mark out, and all these little weird looking parenthesis things. And to be honest, 99% of the time, I don't ever touch any of these 6 buttons right here. They really annoy me, and you can just edit in the timeline whenever you need to edit right here. But I'm going to go ahead and show it to you real quick. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. And guys, if you just want to kind of blank out and don't even listen to what I'm saying for the next minute or so, you can do that because, again, like I said, I never use them, but if I just skip over them, everyone's going to be mad, be like, oh, you should go over everything. So, okay, let me go ahead and drag out 36th and 112th, 2 separate video clips. Now, if I go ahead and scroll out, you can see that these are basically the same length. So now I'm going to go ahead and delete 112 and double click it so I preview it in my monitor. Now what this in and out point basically does is it shortens the clip, so instead of starting at the very beginning and the very end, you can shorten it. So if you go ahead and move it to 2 minutes and say mark in, and then you move it to 8 minutes and say mark out, your raw file is now only 6 minutes long. So now when you go ahead and drag 112 out, check it out, it pretty much took that raw file and shortened it. But why did I say never to use that? Because obviously you're going to need to edit clips. The reason I never like to do it like that is because whenever you're editing, I'll show you later on, you can just shorten clips really easy. So all of this stuff is kind of like messing with clips, but don't do it. Ignore what I just said. I hate these buttons right here. It's a much easier way that I'm going to show you in a couple tutorials. So aside from that, let me go ahead and talk about these buttons right here. Previous edit point, what this means is basically a cut or a fade or something. You can just go ahead and hit back and it's going to take you to that point right here. So instead of trying to line it up, maybe you zoom in and you're trying to line this current time indicator up exactly right here, you can go ahead and hit this button and it's going to jump to that previous edit point real nice and neat. Now this step back just moves one step back or one frame. This play button, of course, a lot of these are self-explanatory. It goes ahead and it plays your final movie, and then it turns into a stop button. You can go ahead and stop it. These ones are just like these ones, but the opposite. Now this shuttle and jog is pretty much like fast forward, or in this what's this one? I never use this one, by the way. Okay, this one's shuttle, this one's jog. If you go ahead and drag this, you can move back and forth in your project, kind of just like fast forwarding in a kind of weird way. But FYI, I never use shuttle or jog. I just find it a lot easier to move the current time indicator. But if you want to get some real precise movement, you can go ahead and use that if you want. So basically the only thing I ever use here is go back to edit point and play and stop. Everything else you can kind of do with the current time indicator. Now these last set of buttons right here is useful some of the time. Whenever you want to watch something over and over, you can go ahead and loop it, and then if you play it, when it gets to the end, it's going to start all over again. If you don't have that on and you go ahead and play it, it's just going to go ahead and stop whenever it gets to the end, and it's just going to stop just like that. But if you have loop, it's going to play over and over again. This next button, Safe Margins, if you go ahead and click that, you can see two boxes appear on your screen. One is called the Title Safe, and one is called the Action Safe. I don't really know if this is a problem anymore, since, everything's kind of up to date technology wise, but on the old school TVs, whenever you made a movie, it kind of cut out some of the edges depending on, what TV manufacturer, or maybe you're watching it in a movie theater versus your home. It kind of cut out some of these outside edges. So this is just saying, all right, if you want to guarantee that something is going to show, make sure it's within these boxes. But I never seen anything really cut out and have a big problem, so I usually just leave those off. One is for the main action, and this middle one is for the title. But again, don't really worry about that too much. The output you're never going to use. The lift and extract, those are kind of editing methods, which I'm going to show you guys later. The only other useful thing that's going to come in handy is, say you're making this video for YouTube and you want a nice thumbnail. So what you would want to do is look for a good spot where, maybe we're saying, alright, I like the way, ooh, look at the way I'm looking. Oh, it just moved. Look at the way I'm looking right now. It is excellent. I want to use this as my thumbnail whenever people search for videos. So what you would do is hit export frame. And this would pretty much give you the opportunity to take this frame and save it as a picture. So you can go ahead and export frame as a JPEG or a PNG, and you pretty much take this point in time from your movie and save it as a picture. So that's all that does. Turn your movie into a single picture. So, wow, that was a lot of crap to cover. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Probably not, but anyways, thank you for watching. In the next tutorial, I'm gonna talk to you about how to add some special effects to your movie, and it's gonna be really cool. So again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.